So my name is Omar Rampersad. It's 1:48 p.m., June 14, 2019. So I'm going to demonstrate the signals coming into my body. My hand is tagged right now, and it is burning. My jaw, my jaw is sore. And right around here it's very sore. And you can see that dark mark out there. It's like a sunburn. That's because this area is always tagged. See that? It's right where that dark mark is. Looks like, sideburns. It does come out. Takes a few weeks. Just like a sunburn. Takes a little bit of time. See the readings there? My I'm going to just take the temperature. .36.6. .37.4. 37.8 is a fever. You see the difference between the two sides, though? 37.4. 36.6. And I don't have anything underneath my arm. So there's nothing underneath my arm. 36.6. On the other side. 37.4. And let me just show you the temperature of the hand. 36.6. 36.6. 36.6. 36.6. 36.6. 36.6. 36.6. 36.7. On the other hand, and there are no signals there, so it's off. The right hand is on. So it's an on and off system. So there is a low power, and it's on again. So let me just check the temperature one more time. So it's changed by 0.1, 36.5. So up and down by 0.5. Sometimes it goes up and down by a degree. That's how high the power goes up. So just to demonstrate that the signals are not coming from my Wi-Fi or my cell phone. The cell phone is not activated. There's no calls. And that is coming from the computer. That's the computer. Take it away from the computer. No signals. But if I point it to my body, and the jaw especially, signals. So signals, computer, away from the computer, away, jaw, signals. So it's not coming from the computer. nor is it coming from the Wi-Fi because there is nothing in the air that's triggering, nor is it coming from the cell phone. The only time it comes from the cell phone is when it's activated and information is being downloaded or you're using it on a call. So the hand, the obliques, the back, the breast, the chest, the shoulder blade, and the shoulder blade and the shoulders are very common places to focus on. So these signals I'm demonstrating are actually somebody logged into you. So this is evidence that I am being illegally tracked because the signals are not coming from the cell phone. It's not coming from the Wi-Fi that may be around the unit because residents around the unit um, have their system, their Wi-Fi's as well. So signals will be coming through the walls from those sources as well. So, and mine is right next to me, and I'm still not picking up. So if I did took this, and that's just my modem right there, there's no signal. So signals are coming. So why are signals coming from my body? Well, that's a really good question. So my hand is burning. You notice the high readings. It was the same all night last night as well. And electromagnetic signals thickens your blood. So if you have a heart condition or defective heart valves or compromised heart valves in any way due to age or whatever, thickening your blood is not a good thing. So I take a lot of natural um, foods, and these are foods. These are not supplements. These are foods that just naturally thins your blood, like garlic, onion, and other seasonings, um, and fruits. Some fruits as well, like kiwi fruit, pineapple. Some of these the fruits have the same effect. So there's no need for drugs, unless of course you're bombarded and the power is turned up so high that you are getting heart palpitations, which sometimes I do. And I could tell when the power is turned up because I'm in pain, a lot of pain. Right now, my hands are burning, and it feels like, slightly arthritic, but it's not arthritis. It's because the power is turned up and my hands are attacked. So I am being illegally surveilled. So why am I illegally surveilled? Well, as I discussed several times before, there are gangs, most likely, inside of the building and outside. Um, the residents are infiltrated by gangs. If they are not real members, they are used and infiltrated and paid off by gangs to hook up somebody's home. And condominiums and apartment buildings are great to do this. They're very conveniently structured to do it from around the units. There's only a wall um, dividing you and your neighbor, after all. And signals go through the walls very easily. The walls in this building, there is no soundproofing. There is no hardening of the walls where um, signals can't go through. All these could be done. Maybe in newer buildings that's being built right now, maybe they are being done. Um, but I mean, definitely I could do it. I could make the unit soundproof, and I could make it. I mean, I could strengthen the walls and make it in such a way that the signals are not coming through the walls. However, I'm using Wi-Fi, so that's probably not a good idea. So the only thing I do is protect myself, my body. So who is doing this? And somebody just knock loudly in the loading dock. And who is doing this? Well, as I said, people who are selling remotely. There are incidents that's been reported, and that's in court as well, in other countries like the Philippines and Cambodia and all these places where women are trafficked and they are placed in rooms and they are forced to do sexual acts with each other, kids, whatever. Um, and there are links that the clients on the other side of the world are linked into, and they pay for this. I mean, there is digital footprinting of this trade all over the world. If you do the YouTube search, you will find just do cyber sex trade, and you'll find all sorts of examples. So a variation of that is to hook up your home to a system where you can be affected by these signals. And if you can be affected by microwaves, of course, you can be affected by um, other technologies as well, sonic technology, ultrasounds, haptic technology, which is a form of ultrasound. Because, as I said, the walls are very thin, and above, below makes you very accessible. After all, there is, approximately 10, 11 feet that separates you from the person above, and underneath. So um, the structure of the building is very convenient for this type of crime. So these signals, to me, seems to indicate not only because of the signals themselves, but because of all the other things that I'm experiencing, seem to indicate that there is trafficking going on in the building. The people in the building are taking part in it. They're buying, meaning that they're logging on to me and they're tracking me and they're looking at me inside my home, inside my bedroom, inside my bathroom. I notice because I get comments of the things I do, comments about the things I do and say inside my home, outside my window. Um, of course, I'm being tracked outside when I go out in the workplaces and so on. So, because I'm constantly harassed about things I do and say in the workplaces. So this is a part of remote trafficking that is getting more and more common. Like I said, Toronto, Canada is not the only city that this has been done in. It's worldwide. It's global. It's global. So one tactic that these gangs are using, and of course, in order to carry out this trafficking, you'd have to pay out a lot of people, bribe a lot of people along the way, people in government positions. And I'm not anti-government. I'm not saying the government is doing it. I'm saying that the people in the government is doing it. Huge difference. Governments are infiltrated like any other organization. The police is infiltrated. So these people are in all the right places. It could be in the government, it could be in the police force, it could be the RCMP, it could be in any government agencies. It could be in the bureaucratic positions. People who have the power to make decisions. They don't have to have a big title. They just are in a position to make a decision about something, and they could be infiltrated. So, in order to get this in place, the system in place, the flagging system, and for somebody to be continuously set up, and for the cops to have an informant or more than one informants around you all the time to get information about you, to get calls about you, and to know exactly what you're doing all the time. This system has to be set up in place in order to run the trafficking. And I think this is a system that's being set up in my building, which I've been talking about over and over and over and over again. I've never been a prostitute. I'm being, uh, they're trying to recruit by doing all of what they're doing and all of what they're reporting. I've never been a prostitute, don't intend to become one. In fact, it's just the opposite. I'm speaking out against trafficking, against the process of recruiting. So therefore, I'm not recruited. A lot of people are going around saying, well, all you got to do is start her off, implying that I'm recruiting. I'm hearing this comment outside my window. I discussed my past already, how I grew up. It's just it's not something that's even possible. So, never been a prostitute, not being recruited as one. Um, well, let me rephrase that. The recruitment attempts are not going to be successful, so I'm not going to be recruited as one. In fact, it's just going to be the opposite. I'm going to expose the process and the trafficking that's going on in the building, which I'm doing. And because of that, I'm getting even more targeted, even more targeted. Talk to you another time.